YouTube. What's good? What's happening? I'm here. I'm live. You're here. You're live with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome to True Work Tuesday. And as promised, this should be something better than what we're normally used to. You know what I'm saying? So, got me a little bit of better internet, and I'm a little bit stoked about it. So, what do y'all think? Let me know. Comment section. It's always a pleasure to see y'all, whether it's good internet or bad internet. Shannon Emerson, what's happening? You're like a staple over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a pleasure to see you. Who else is in the house tonight? Shannon, it's always a pleasure. Usually it's like you, Half Warrior, Nano CBD. It's the whole lineup. It's like, dang, it's like an episode of The Simpsons. Oh, Jimmy Satterfield, look at who it is. All right, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure, y'all. Always a pleasure. So, as promised, I said I was going to have this good internet today. So, this is what it's going to be like moving forward. And that way, y'all ain't got to be worrying about me, latencies and all this other craziness, man. This Russian speak on planet. Okay. Mr. Jones. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Look at who it is. Oh, Half Warrior, as usual. Yeah. You just hiding out in the cut. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure to have you out here. So, Mr. Jones, what you got? So, got to take a look at the Russian spacewalk blunder, April 25th, 2024. ISS. Drop me a link to that video. I'd like to check it out. I'll add it up. I'll add it to the lineup today. And so, yeah, it's always good to see you guys, and it's always good to have you guys. You guys are like the dang Voltron of my audience. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know who Voltron is, if you guys were born a little bit later on, the Voltron is the five-piece warrior. Um, the black body, the arms, the colorful, the red line, the green line, the blue line, the yellow line, form, arms, and body, and I'll form the head, Voltron. And then one of their characters, I don't know if you guys remember, his name was Keith, right? Keith seemed to jump between Voltron and Macross, what the Japanese call Macross, or what the Americans like us would call Robotech. So I used to be an anime nerd back in the day. Nowadays, these animes is just like off the chain, bro. They're off the chain. Mr. Jones, there's no link that's coming in. I apologize. I don't see no link coming in here. Sorry, Mr. Jones, I don't see it. But what's the title? What's the title name? And I'll go hunt it down. I'll track it down. Either way, man. I guess while Mr. Jones is putting all that together for me, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week, and usually, my topics of discussion revolve around a certain group of folks. Sometimes, every once in a while, not all the time. And like this week, it's been pretty dang crazy involving them, right? I'm not going to get too deep into it. I think we've heard enough about what they've done, and wow, it's a crazy, I guess you could say, path that America has taken, and one I totally don't agree with. One I bet a lot of American people don't agree with. I'm not the only one, but it's going to be totally interesting to see what the future brings us. You know what I'm saying? Group of people saying that thinking a certain way is thinking a certain way, but that way of thought actually makes them a particular culture. I don't know. Look, man, I don't know. I was just born like 25 years ago. I really don't know anything. I'm still learning, as are many of you, I'm sure. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. That's it. Whatever. A flatter, a truer Tuesday, flatter Friday. There we go. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it says, okay. So, Mr. Jones, it's a spiritual war, truth versus lies. Okay. So, Mr. Jones, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to punch that before we kick it off with Divergent. We're going to catch what Mr. Jones put down. It's a spiritual war, truth versus lies. Let me look at that. By the way, guys, how are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? How are you guys doing? So, all right. I don't see I don't see what it is you're talking about. Who's this by, Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones, who is this by? It's a spiritual war, truth versus lies. Okay, all in all caps. Let me try that. It's us. By the way, yeah, like I said, guys, how are you guys doing? I haven't heard from you guys in I think it's been a couple of weeks, right? And so, I kind of miss you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a pleasure getting to hear from you guys. But wonder how everybody's doing, man, especially with everybody's health and everybody's mental well-being. How's everybody? Y'all holding it down, y'all holding it together. You know, a new birth in the family. Hopefully, nobody's passed on or nobody's close, and everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing well with their family. Work. Everybody's happily and readily employed. Afar TV. Okay, let me see. Afar TV. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is a new one. I've never seen an Afar TV videos. Okay. Live Mount Etna volcano. Afar TV. Huge lava flows. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder what their normal content is. Afar TV. Are they Ethiopian? This looks like Ethiopian writing some Air Ethiopia. Huh. This is different. These storms, Mother Nature's in a bad mood. Yeah, Jimmy Satterfield. Yeah, Mother Nature is in quite a mood. I'll agree with you on that. I think a lot of it has to do with us tempering with what the weather's doing. So yeah, it's been kind of funky, I think. I agree. I agree. Let's see. Uh 40 to 20 minutes? No, over 20 minutes. All right, I'm still tracking this down. You guys bear with me. I'm still tracking this video down. 34 to 35 minutes, huh? Yeah, it's I guess you could say that, but the weather, I'll be honest with you, the weather around where I live in VA is it's pleasant. It's been rather pleasant. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been pretty nice. These guys look Ethiopian, right? So I'm looking at this station called Afar TV on YouTube, and these guys look like they're either Ethiopian or Kenyan, but I'm gonna lean more towards Ethiopian. We have a lot of Ethiopian folks, and I love my Ethiopian brothers and sisters, by the way. Shout out to those of you that may be from Ethiopia or close by, whether you're in Kenya, the Brew countries, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Mozambique, perhaps. But all these countries next to Ethiopia, Ethiopia is a beautiful nation. It's got some beautiful people too. You know what I'm saying? All right. So before we get to this video that I'm still looking for, I want to see how everybody's doing. Our TV, Mr. Half Warrior, doing as good as him. Hey, brother. Like I said, and I've dropped some prayers on you, man. Hopefully everything's going well for you, Half Warrior. I'm gonna double it down, and I'm gonna add a little bit of a hunger strike on your behalf, brother. All right. And by the way, y'all, listen. I was talking to a friend of mine the other night. The power of prayer does work, but not just prayer by yourself, but prayer in mass. Prayer in mass numbers works, right? If you guys get together and you pray and you focus in on something, it actually works. Now, if you even make it that much more potent by adding things like fasting and stuff like that, you hold true to it. And I'm not saying like fasting, like, oh, well, I didn't watch Netflix or I didn't eat sugar cookies and all that. it does something with prayer. This is a very weird, strange world. I'm still trying to figure it out. But one thing I do know is that prayer definitely works. And prayer in groups definitely works. Focused prayer works. So if you could find a group of people, a prayer team, you get together, you can make a lot of things happen. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed, man. We're living in some strange times for sure. But prayer works. Give it a shot. Family, healthy. Spring, yeah, getting some rain in North Dakota. Okay. Grass is growing. Yeah, North Dakota is a little bit crazy out there. Planting soon full of hope. Gas for more. Yeah. All right. I hear that, Shannon. That's right. Shannon got her thing going on over there. She's living a good life in the country. Just happened to catch a little bit of the spacewalk live. Comical. Okay. I'm still looking for that, Mr. Jones. Still looking for that. This is YouTube. YouTube is a little bit crazy in just trying to track down these shows and stuff. 40 to 20 minutes, over 20 minutes, and I punched that in, and I can't find it. I cannot find it on a Far TV. Can't find it. I'm still looking for it. I'm gonna check it out. But before we get into that, let's take a look at what Divergent had the other day. Now I find this interesting. I think a lot of you will definitely find this interesting. This is something that we touched on the other day, and respect to things that the world gives us, right? And just the commonalities between how our bodies are composed, and I guess you could say the outside of our bodies function, along with what we see from what the outside world or the world in general gives us, right? For example, we have our head, we have our feet. We know we have a magnetic field that comes out, or that I guess you could say projects outside of our body, and it functions in a certain way to which nature has its own way to replicate what our magnetic field looks like, right? Nature has its own thing, and we can replicate that as well with things like a bar magnet and iron filings. And I'm sure many of us have probably seen this recently on much of what Flat Earth Banjo has. Anyway, let me stop bumping my gums and let me show you guys, present to you some really cool stuff that these guys have been dropping. So, by the way, I'm going to show Flat Earth Banjo, but first I'm going to kick it off with Divergent. If you haven't subbed to this guy's channel, he's got some amazing, amazing content. And so I highly recommend Divergent. I'm about to play this right now. Boom, boom. Let's do it. Divergent, y'all.
Geology. Let's see what happens on Earth. Black sun, electromagnetic dome, vibes of cosmos. You have to read stuff. Discharge experiment. Discharge what? Well, electric discharge. What you see on the top is the real world. What you see on the bottom is a controlled environment in a lab, right? When you discharge electricity inside. So now I'm trying to understand things as well with all this, with the petrified trees, basalt columns, hexagons, discharge experiment. Giant Causeway Island and the stuff. So maybe they were giant trees, but everything was destroyed because of a massive worldwide imperial electric discharge in this world with the black sun and the electromagnetic dome discharge experiment. You see those are the real world pictures, and the one on the left on the bottom is a discharge experiment in a controlled environment in a lab, right? Again, the top photo is a discharge electric experiment in a
That's right, Mr. Jones. All compasses are attracted. Let's put that in there. Attracted to the north, no matter how far you go. But the pole is still to the north. That's right. That's right. But as you go further south, and then you start getting on that ice wall, you start losing magnetic strength. Excuse me, pointed. At least this is what I've heard. I've never done this myself. From what I've heard, this is exactly how it works. You got it, half warrior brother. Anytime, man. Anytime. Okay, let's get back to it.
controlled environment in the lab with the sand and the earth, and what you see on the bottom, the Grand Canyon and the deserts in the world, is the reality of the real world. A photo is impacting my brain, worth more than 1,000 books. On discharge experiment in a controlled environment in the lab with electricity. On the right, fairy circles in Central Africa by the imperial gods of this reset world. Again, discharge experiment and the real world. And discharge, the real world on the top, I think it's China or something. And on the bottom, it's an enclosed environment in a lab with sand and earth, electric discharge, and that's what is left at the end. It's impressive. Again, discharge experiment. So you see the hexagon shapes and the cell walls, right, of the, what do you call, the plant life, and then with hexagon shapes. Amazing. Real world and electric discharge. And again, real world and electric discharge. We have here cells, fairy circles, and 70 kilovolts discharge electricity. So electric reset. Again, the real world and discharge experiment in a controlled environment. So the Mesa Mountains, they're called mesas. Mesa means table in English because it's flat like a mesa. An electric discharge in a controlled environment leaves things flat like a mesa table. Impressive, isn't it? And then also the electric discharge, which is called the Lichtenberg effect, when you put electricity through a certain material. So the trees look the same. That's why we call the tree of life, right? And the soil, the earth, and also the placenta of the babies from the woman's womb when they're born, right? So again, electric discharge on the surface of the earth. Trees look the same, and veins look the same in the human body, and lungs. Look, our lungs and veins. So we are nature and genetic creation. Close up of a small.
It's just crazy how these things are just so similar, right? It's amazing. Like I don't know how people can think any of this is a mistake. Just looking at that right there, that says a lot, right? That says a lot, and it should make you think. But people think this whole thing is just random.
Surface of the earth struck by electricity, and the roots of the trees, etc. You see, map of Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, USA. Lightning highlighted in yellow. So they highlighted in yellow the lightning. Looks exactly the same. So does that mean that inside the earth there was an electric discharge as well? So again, the human lungs, the earth from the surface, lightning and light, caverns, etc. Human placenta and the tree of life. Electricity. Even we are electric beings. Everything is electricity. So we are genetic experiment and electric experiment. So who created us in the end? Lots of stuff. I'm just showing you photos then, just so we understand. Now, this is the Licht effect. When you put electricity, exactly the same type of thing, of process you have as in the human body, placenta and the tree of life, and the sky and the surface of the earth and the caves, etc. Human skin and the surface of the earth. And then this is like to showcase it's light put to acrylic, so you understand the ramification of electricity. And again, here, what you see on the sky and what you see on the surface of the earth, right? But as above, so below, as they say, and the river network as well, and everything. So the Lichtenberg effect.
It's crazy, man. Like I love Divergent. It's almost as if he came to this channel a week after we did this a couple of weeks ago, and he, I'm like, we just discussed this, but I think he puts it together a little, just a little bit better. I give him credit though. I love Divergence. I like his material. Whether I think he took it from me or not, it doesn't matter. It's still awesome. It's still amazing the way he puts and presents stuff. I like it.
So everything is electrical discharge, and then the trees, mind-blowing, isn't it, when you see them like that in a compilation on a human skin. And then the river networks, the humans when they take their body to their limits, the veins, and then the surface of the earth, the river networks, and then the electricity discharge on the skies. And Lichtenberg effect. It's called Lichtenberg effect. So awesome when you see all the trees. Well, lightning strike on a golf course. You see the golf course stuff, and then lightning in the sky, and then the surface of the earth with, you see, electric discharge, just like we do it in the lab. Boom, and then the surface of the earth gets impacted like that. So, and now now I understand when I read the Vibes of Cosmos books, when they show it's an enclosed system. Even Nikola Tesla said it's an enclosed system, the Earth, black sun underneath. The Germans knew it from the Second World War. Black sun underneath, magnetic, and the moon and the sun are electromagnetic as well, and the dome is electromagnetic. So between electromagnetic up and electromagnetic down, we are here in the middle, and we get cooked. And now we understand also the short circuiting of the world when you see the deserts with red bricks melted buildings. Of the course during a lightning storm. The lightning on the sky and the roots of different plants and trees. Tree of life, human placenta, tree stump and fingerprint, tree stump, lung and the branches of the trees, leaf veins, human veins, river network by the creators. Now, who are the creators in plural? And what's the role of artificial intelligence in?
There we go. So whether you believe in a polytheistic or a monotheistic type, I guess, a pantheon of gods or one singular god, something created us, right? Something created us. And yes, the truth shall set you free. Jim Brewer, I remember he was on Half Baked. He was on that movie with Dave Chappelle. He was like, "Yeah, man, fun youngs." I remember him. He got these. He's cool. I like him. I like Jim Brewer. Mark Sargent. That was a good interview. It's on Mark's channel. All right. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so let's stand by on that. We're gonna hold off on that Jim Brewer thing, but okay. Free, yeah. Oh yeah.
Machines and inorganic matter as we understand it. Electromagnetic, leaf, close up, small leaf, blood vessels in humans or animals, and river network of the Amazon. Oh, look at this. So after the main discharge, smaller secondary discharges, you have discharges, how Lichtenberg figures are made, and then you have the valley is the excavated mining cave. So most caves are created by late secondary discharges where no metals are created. So electric discharge to have the cave system. Discharge on the surface. Static, this is very important. This was in all the books back in the day, but now not anymore. Static electricity. You have here the the old buildings, which were electric power stations, and then we have the new world buildings and towers. We have to pay money, and then you have the electrolytic Earth dome battery, which looks like a dome, so the electromagnetic dome, and then also the cave system. So you understand also we have the batteries here, important static electricity. So we are an enclosed system, and the Earth does not move. Everybody knows that. NASA knows it as well. Everybody knows it. Electricity discharge. Oh yes, and then we had to speak about the old world building, right? The old world buildings, domes and magnetrons and electricity and everything to do, with electric power, Lichtenberg effect, and the human nerve system as well, and electric geology. So again, as I say, photos and pictures are worth more than 1,000 words. Now we pretty much understand. Maybe even the giant trees of the world were reset by electric discharge, and that's how they were left, these basalt columns in the end. So considering that, this can explain the destruction of the trees, and also explains why we have deserts in the world that have melted red brick buildings, among other things. Then everything has to do with electricity discharge, black sun, and electromagnetic dome. The Germans knew it in the Second World War and before. So see you in the next electromagnetic electricity discharge video. Oh, well, not just, with several videos as well. Take care.
All right. There we go. If you haven't subbed to him, make sure you sub to him. That is Divergent, and
allow me to ask you a question.
Amazing content. didn't lose me. All right, cool. Yeah. So y'all lost me for a little bit. Now, the internet is good. It ain't perfect, but it's better. It's better than what it normally is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, Mr. Jones, we don't get the links in here for whatever reason. So I still am going to track it down. But in the meantime, I'm going to play a little bit of Flat Earth Banjo for you. So the last few days, Flat Earth Banjo has been doing a lot of showing off of Kilgore. Kilgore's specialty seems to be not only the Earth's magnetic field, but also how it functions on a flat, true, level plane Earth. I think this is important. I think his videos are totally phenomenal from what I've seen so far, and nobody is really coming to him and challenging him. I mean, he did have, okay, let me just show you the video and then I'll stop it throughout. Or I'll pause it throughout, rather. Let's see. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Direction in which the craft's bow or nose is pointed. Note that the heading may not necessarily be the direction that the vehicle actually travels, which is known as its course or track.
All right, so that's Kilgore, right? And then many throughout his videos and stuff, he's typically on TikTok, as you can see right there. He's speaking in that fashion, nice and slow and measured, because he was getting a lot of flack from people on TikTok and everything else, mostly from this pilot. A lot was coming from this pilot that was getting on his case. He wasn't feeling it at all. And then he was giving the pilot the business. And then apparently the pilot was trying to demonstrate to Kilgore how to use a compass, but then Kilgore had to knock that nonsense down and put him away, show him how to properly use a compass. You know what I'm saying? Share links. No, I ain't on the Discord, homie. Actually, I take that back. I am on the Discord. For yeah, I really don't use the Discord, but I'm gonna start using it because you mentioned it. Either way, um, so yeah, so Kilgore really he really harps on how a compass functions on a flat Earth, and I tell you what, moving forward into the future, I see a lot of people referring to his videos. These videos are like an hour a piece. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but I'm going to hit some
Any
highlights.
difference between the heading and course is due to the motion of the underlying medium, the water or air, or other effects like skidding or slipping. The difference is known as the drift and can be determined by the wind triangle.
Your heading is subjective and based off the orientation arrow of your compass, not your compass needle, which is constantly being pulled to the center. We just navigated for the second time, maintaining our heading for all you goddamn Arnie Grape redax that don't understand the difference between subjective heading and the objective measure that is your compass needle.
And then, to kind of play off of what he said, a lot of times when you're flying, when I experienced mostly it was when I was flying. You have your relative bearing, and then you have your magnetic bearing, right? Relative obviously is the direction that you're heading, and then the magnetic is the actual, true north. Like where is the true north of relative to where you're at? I guess you could say. But when you do it, and you're in the mix of it, it's kind of easier. Let's continue.
A compass doesn't work when there are two creates the force that pulls your compass needle towards the north. Your compass must be spin freely in a circle on a pivot. And make it go backwards so it shows it, so that it can do east-west cylindrical navigation. That's how navigation works. The torque on your needle is created by the flux vortex of the magnet. The compass needle can be stamped with an N because it only points north. It's only being pulled one fixed direction to the center source magnet. The magnetic field, the electromagnetic ether that exists around us, is constant. The pull of your compass needle is constant. If you have your compass sitting on a shelf in the other room, it's being pulled to the north by the magnet in the middle.
Right.
If there's two magnets, the compass doesn't function. It doesn't work. It needs to pivot so that it can spin freely to do east-west circumnavigation for cylindrical coordination. Okay, this does work. This fixed direction, magnetic field, and a compass. It doesn't work. It does not work. Your compass isn't fixed. It isn't static. It isn't stuck in one place. It rotates on a pivot. If there
All right, so I guess you guys kind of get it. If you haven't subscribed to Flat Earth Banjo, I highly recommend it. It's got one of the best Flat Earth, True Earth. Oh, Half Warrior, good night, brother. You have a good night. Mr. Jones, I found that video. It's actually like 5 hours long, that Russian spacewalk, but we'll kind of get to that here in a little bit. Nano CBD, salute, brother. What's happening, man? It's good to see you. Good night, Half Warrior. Good night, good night. It was good to see you. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. See. Oh, yeah. So you guys get the gist of what this guy's saying about the compass, right? Kilgore. And like I said, this will be used for many, many, many videos to come, right? People are going to be referring to Kilgore's video on Flat Earth Banjo. Hopefully, if YouTube doesn't turn around and the U.S. government doesn't turn around and say that all, true flat level Earth people are terrorists. Give it some time. Give it some time. Okay, so let's. You guys kind of get the point on that, but let's see what the deal is with this Russian spacewalk. So we're going to go to Afar TV, right? We're going to go to Afar TV and we're going to see what the deal is with this Russian spacewalk. Let's see. There we go. And this is Afar TV, and this is the Russian spacewalk. Let's see what the deal is with that. The ISS. Okay, we're gonna explore this for ourselves. No one's spoken about this, and thank you, Mr. Jones. Shout out to Mr. Jones for presenting this to us. I guess this is going to be our first time seeing it here. Let's take a peek.
System was initially installed. We'll be getting to all of the tasks.
And by the way, mind you guys, this was 2 weeks ago. Okay, this was 12 days ago. So let's take a look.
Tasks on this upcoming spacewalk in a moment. The spacewalkers for today, as you see on your screen, the Expedition 71 commander, Oleg Kononenko, who is about decades. For Kononenko, who has spent more days in space than any other human, this is his 960th day in space over the course of his various space missions.
Guys, I want you to take a good look at these spacesuits. Okay, if you look at the neck area, and if you look at the center part of their chest, I can tell you, when I was a diver, we used to wear a rig called the Mark 21, right? The Mark 21, if you guys have seen the current deep sea diver, what they're outfitted with, it's a big yellow helmet, right? And it's got a face plate on it. It's got the regulator up front. It's got the purge button in the middle. It's got the breathing tube that goes to the rest to the helmet, and it goes to a side block assembly, right? I'm not going to get into the total technicalities of it all, but when you put the helmet on, you attach it to something called a neck dam. And what that neck dam does is it prevents water, or it does its best to keep water from entering the helmet. Within the helmet, there is positive pressure to keep water out. These guys look like they're wearing a fucking neck dam. It's like a clasp. I forgot the name of it. Dang, it's been a while. But it's a clasp that you use to basically you put the helmet on, and then it keeps the neck it keeps the bottom portion of the helmet in place, where you can turn your head, but it's still attached to your neck there, and it won't move out of place. Now, this white part typically is black on a Navy diver, and it's neoprene. It's made of neoprene. This guy's got pretty big ass atoms out, man, looking like Ichabod Crane. But it's made of neoprene, and what it does is it like basically like sandwiches itself to your neck, and if you're well shaven and stuff like that, that's the rumor. But typically, if it'll make a nice little seal. So that way, if you do get water up in there, all you have to do is just purge it a little bit. It'll let the water escape, and then you'll have a nice clean seal, and then you'll have a nice dry little area for your head. They look like they're wearing dive suits. Now, I mentioned that part in the middle of their spacesuit right here. This is like an escape valve. These things are typical. I don't know what they are in a spacesuit because I've never worn a spacesuit. I ain't never been to space, probably because it don't exist. But these things right here, you would normally find on a dry suit, right? On a dry suit, if you ever done any cold water diving, right? A dry suit is just that, a dry suit. So you could put a dry suit on, and typically you would wear a dry suit either if you're like diving in some completely dirty ass chemicalized water, or if you're dry suit has this basically this thing right here in the middle of their chest lets air escape. So I don't know what this would be in a spacesuit, because the last thing you want is for air to escape. I'm not buying this whole spacesuit thing. I'm really, really not. Look at all these moving parts. If space is supposed to be a vacuum, like they claim, you would never wear anything like this in space. Never. Look at this thing. There's no way in hell you wouldn't. You couldn't. I'm not buying it. Not buying it at all. Let's see what we got here. I apologize, guys. A nano. Or shows the part I was talking 32-minute mark to 34. Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. I just want to get to you guys' comments, Mr. Jones. Access to see. Okay, we'll get to that. All good and beast, except the vineyards and the orchids. Okay, British Columbia. So you think they just wear diving gear for the ISS pool is all? Shannon, honestly, I really don't know. That's a good question. I really couldn't tell you why they're wearing the diving gear. It could be for now. That's a really easy answer. Maybe the easiest answer is the best answer and the truth, right? I truly don't know. I've never been to space, but I've worn a lot of dive gear before, right? I've worn different diving apparatuses before. And I could tell you this functions the way that just looking at that functions the way a dry suit would function. Maybe a couple of things may be in different places, but yeah, that looks like a freaking dry suit. Typically, but that escape, that air escape valve, I think from what I remember, it would be on your arm. You know what I'm saying? Just to let the air escape, just so you don't have bubbles all up in your face. But yeah, look at these guys. They're wearing fucking dive suits. Then they got their neck dam. Yeah, this is a freaking dive suit. Kind of like when that Italian guy out in space back in 2014, if you guys remember that video, right? That dude almost drowned up there. They said he was out. His helmet was filling up fast with water. Excuse me, we kind of skipped out. His helmet was filling up fast with water, and then when it was happening, 21, it functions the same exact way. Once that neck dam starts experiencing the intake of excessive water, your helmet starts to fill up. Can you still breathe? A little bit, but then you need to purge that helmet. And typically, you could just adjust the knob, which your block assembly would be on the side of your Mark 21, and then you would twist your knob, and then that would let you ventilate your helmet. And then once you ventilate, it forces all the water out of your helmet. So maybe his block assembly just wasn't functioning right, or maybe they just didn't have his stuff functioning right to where they could purge. Because here's the thing, when you're in that spacesuit, they have an umbilical, just like a deep sea diver. You have an umbilical that gives you your breathing air, and it has things like a pneumofathometer, right? And that pneumo will basically give you your depth. These guys are wearing dive suits. They're wearing white dive suits, and they have freaking white dry suits, basically. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and basically you twist the knob. Yeah, you twist the knob and you ventilate. And then you twist it again so you can circulate and get normal air coming in. Ventilate, ventilate, circulate, circulate. Let's get back to the show. And
he will hit the 1,000 day mark in space on June 4th.
So
I have the fixed length tether ring
look at that. This is the
secured
Death
now.
Star. Looks like the Death Star blew up. These guys are something else. What's this? I'm typing here. I have the tethering ring secured. Now.
I do not see any inaudible. So it has to be on the bottom, on the left.
Okay.
But you do have the side.
Hell are we looking?
Yes, of course I have it. You are pressing on it with your. Do you see the marker? Not. I see something black here. Copy.
Okay, so these things in the background, are those supposed to be stars? Those specks in the background, are those supposed to be, what are they? What is that? What's it? Rice Krispies? What is it? Fruity Pebbles? This look like a bunch of Fruity Pebbles on a black chalkboard or something. What's going on back here? Let's see. It's see-through right here. Oh. Okay, let me stop talking and let's get to it.
Тогда приступай к выходу из мимо. Первый фал постоянной длины. So the first fixed length tether.
Oh!
You have to secure it.
Так, фал зафиксирован.
Yes, it's secured.
Я вышел.
I am
What the hell?
outside.
Перефиксирую фал.
Okay, so they're outside moving at 17,500 miles an hour, apparently, right? Also, oh shit, okay. Oh, level alert. Oh, really? Leo's in here? Or no, level, he's on right now? Okay. Yeah, he is. But yeah, usually Level Earth Observer like finds this shit and then like he delivers it to everybody. Like he's on it, like hopefully he gets this and he tears it apart. You know what I'm saying? Because here I am just fumble fucking it. You know what I'm saying? But we can see there's no
I
movement.
have my adjustable tether here.
I'm outside.
Выхода из тени 1 минута.
There's only 1 more minute of eclipse.
Я сублиматор включил потихонечку.
What?
Да, сейчас я запрос
So
сделал.
I may start the heater now, slowly. Let me ask.
What?
Давайте мне тогда длинный карабин пока.
Okay,
So
give me the long
Давайте крыло.
hook now and crew log bag.
1. Так, сейчас, секунду, я...
Stand by.
Так, застрахован.
I have to tether it. Okay, it is tethered. Now the second one.
Так, вывожу.
What the hell?
Inaudible.
Взял? Да, крылок бэк.
You have the crew log bag.
You can't make out anything. Like, this is ridiculous. You can't make out anything in this video. I'm just thinking this was a malfunction of the green screen at first. But now I'm looking, I'm like, you really can't make out anything. You can see, like, there's no change of the background or nothing. Like, you really can't see anything. There's no earth in sight. Exactly. There's no earth in sight. It's nothing. What's really crazy is after all, we skip to the end of the video and it goes see through again, like it's powering down. Like, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. What was the dumbed down population can barely chew gum and tie their, no, they can't. They can't. Speaking of which, speaking of the dumbed down population, I don't know if you heard, but the New York Times made quite the admission today. It's about the cocoa. The cocoa, you know what? The cocoa, you know what? They made an admission today. They were wrong. They were wrong. Whatever. Okay, let me get back to it. 34 minutes, it's in full view.
Yes. And now feed the tether over here.
Okay, hold on now.
Нет пока.
You have it? No, it's yet.
А? На нем нормально? Нормально, да?
Huh?
Everything good? Yes.
Второй файл перемен.
The
Давайте.
adjustable tether is secured. The
What?
first one. Now
Wait
do
a
the
minute.
second one.
All right, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit.
Yes. And now
Wait a minute.
feed
Dude,
the
this thing
tether.
is see-through.
So I may start the heater now, slowly.
Guys,
Let
look at
me
the
ask.
guys, hold on. Now look at around here. Look at the bottom left. This is some panel type thing. Y'all take a look at this. Maybe y'all take a look. Y'all tell me what you see. I'm not gonna say nothing. Down here, y'all.
Давайте мне тогда длинный карабин пока.
Okay, give me the long hook now and crewlog bag.
Один. Так, сейчас, секунду, я вообще.
Stand by.
Так, застрахован.
I have to tether it. Okay, it is tethered. Now the second one.
Так, вывожу.
Inaudible.
Взял? Да, кривок бэк.
You have the
Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Let's keep watching.
crewlog bag.
Дайте длинный фал.
Yes. And now feed the tether over here.
Взял? Нет, пока.
You have it? No, not yet.
А? На нем нормально? Нормально, да.
Everything good? Yes.
Так, второй фал перемен.
The
Давайте.
adjustable tether is secured. The
What
first one.
the
Now do the
hell?
second one.
Guys, do you? It's not only that, but look at the whole thing. Like you could see, we're pausing it right now at 3412, right? Everything starts coming into view, but if you look in the background, I think they're making, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm assuming incorrectly. Either the background's dirty as hell and they didn't put no Windex on it, or these are supposed to be replicating stars. I don't know, but if this is an ISS, right, then it's in space, then these are, it would follow that those are stars, right?
Тихо, тихо. Ну, по мне пойти.
Slowly, let me back up
What?
first.
Так, вытягивай.
Are you guys
I'm
looking at
feeding it
this?
out.
Так, я тебе его подаю. Угу. Взял? Да, да, да. Все нормально. Так, Артем, кругом.
It's all good. Okay, Artyom,
What
crewlog bag it
the
out
hell?
and the adapter. Copy.
Да, сейчас дадим эту команду.
Oh my
This is mission.
goodness. Wait. What the what what are we looking at? How did they make this thing just appear out of nowhere? Hold on. Okay,
Mission
let's
Control Houston, 8 minutes into today's spacewalk, the first view. Now, as the space station moves into an orbital sunrise of our spacewalkers, Nikolai Chub wearing the Russian Orlan suit with the blue stripes as EV2, or extravehicular crew member number 2, Ale Kononenko, EV1, or extravehicular crew member number 1, will be visible during the course of the spacewalk. He's wearing the Orlan suits with the red stripes.
You can still do it.
They have already secured a protective ring around the hatch
Okay.
that was opened at 9:57 a.m. Central Time, 10:57 a.m. Eastern Time, marking the beginning of today's spacewalk. The 7th for Kononenko, the 2nd for Chub, the second they've conducted together.
Okay, the short tether is out. Now the long tether. Copy.
unbelievable.
Так, вышел.
I am dressed.
Wait a minute.
Copy.
Так, сублиматор
The hell?
включил.
Sublimator is now on.
Orbital
Long tether
sunrise
here. Which tether?
of our spacewalk.
Oh, guys, don't forget, coming in, don't forget to hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes. Hit them subs, hit them subs, hit them subs. Don't forget.
One,
Let's continue
where
on.
extravehicular crew member number 1 will be visible during the course of the spacewalk. He's wearing the Orlan suits with the red stripes.
You can still do it.
They have already secured a protective ring around the hatch
Okay.
that was opened at 9:57 a.m. Central Time, 57 a.m. Eastern Time, marking the beginning of today's spacewalk. The 7th for Kononenko, the 2nd for Chub, the second they've conducted together.
Okay, the short tether is out. Now the long tether. Copy.
Так, вышел.
I am egressed. Copy.
Так, сублиматор включен.
Sublimator is now on. Copy.
What?
Sublimator activated.
You want to know? You want to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And they've conducted together.
Hold on. Now,
Okay, the
let's
short
keep an eye
tether
on
is
this area, guys.
out.
Let's keep an eye
Now
on
the long
this area
tether.
right here. Let's keep
Copy.
an eye on that area right there. I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Так, вышел.
I am egressed.
Exactly.
Copy.
Так, сублиматор включен.
Sublimator is now on.
Okay, there's a little bit in the chat. I want to go to the chat real fast. This must be made out of the same material the moon. Exactly, right? Excuse me. I apologize for that. Excuse me. It's so funny in your house vehicle. Usually these aren't meant to control on the outside and the streamline on the outside for the most part. So why then there's so many knots? Exactly. Just so many, they're basically like Irish pennants just sticking out on the outside of this dang vehicle, this vehicle. I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are here in a second, but just looking at how this is oriented, I'm going to give you my thoughts here in a second. Hold on. I want to read what you guys have here first. Invisible space station. Possibly, yes. Want the engineers and NASA to go through every knob and button on the outside and explain let me tell you something. When you're out there doing something like this, you know exactly what every single appendage on the outside of that thing is. I can tell you because when I was diving on submarines, I could tell you pretty much on the outside of the submarine, even though it was like a smooth hull, I could tell you what every C screen was, what every flange was, auxiliary C screen, this one, that C screen, this suction, that suction. I could tell you what they were, even though the hull was relatively smooth. Your bow planes, your stern planes, I could tell you exactly what everything was. These guys need to be able to tell you all this mess out here, exactly what it goes to. Can they do that? That's a good question right there. That's a really good question. You go to NASA's website for the ISS, what's very telling is what they call it, the station. They don't have space station. Wow, that's telling. Those convex also in this one. That's interesting. All those stars from before disappeared. Yeah, them stars were gone like instantly. As soon as you could see the seats, okay. All right. I'm going to tell you what I think here. Let's watch this just for a little bit more. Let's keep our eyes open. Keep your eyes peeled.
Copy. Sublimator activated.
Сейчас. Сублиматор.
Still working on the sublimator.
Thought I saw something back here. Just rewinding it for a little bit. Thought I saw
Так,
something
вышел.
back here.
I am egressed. Copy.
Так, сублиматор включен.
Sublimator is now on.
Принято.
Copy. Sublimator activated.
The hell?
Сейчас. Так, вышел.
I am egressed. Copy.
Так, сублиматор.
The hell was that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that at 36:27? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Interesting. The Earth goes convex at 36:27. Did y'all see that? That's why I thought I saw some stuff. Let's see that one more time. You guys keep an eye over here. Keep your eyes over here, okay? Keep your eyes right there. Let's take a look.
Orbital sunrise of our spacewalkers, Nikolai Chub.
We're at 3556. Keep your eyes around here. This portion. Keep your eyes peeled, okay?
I am egressed. Copy.
Так, сублиматор включен.
Sublimator is now on.
Принято.
Copy. Sublimator activated.
Try not to blink, y'all. Keep your eyes open.
Сейчас. Сублиматор.
Still working on the sublimator.
Тихо, тихо, тихо. Куда?
Slowly.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят. Принято.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Let's see it one more time because I thought I was just tripping.
Сейчас. Сублиматор.
So we're at 3556. Keep your eyes around this area. Keep your eyes
Так,
open.
вышел.
Let's see
I
it one
am
more time. I
egressed.
know I ain't tripping.
Copy.
Так, сублиматор включен.
Sublimator
Wow.
is now on.
Принято.
Copy. Sublimator activated.
On suits with the red stripes.
Хорошо, я сейчас
You
выйду.
can still do it.
They have already secured a protective ring.
Right here. Right there. Did y'all see that? Don't get distracted now. Keep your eyes up there. Now see that? I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that. I know y'all saw that. Did you see that? That bubble or whatever the hell it was just escaped right there. It just escaped. It just went right there. So now let's keep our eyes peeled, okay? Let's keep our eyes peeled on this thing because I'm gonna go back one more time for good luck. Just one more time. Keep your eyes over here. Watch. He moves, and then you see the bubble escape from right here. It was just this thing just escaped from right there.
Still working on the sublimator.
Wow. You can see it. You could see it. There was something that just escaped right there. It was like it. Yeah, it just flakes off like it was just flakes off, you know. I mean, if this stuff was moving at the tremendous speeds that these guys are talking about, then a piece of paint like that would cause massive destruction to whatever it runs into. A piece of paint like that would just cause massive destruction moving at 17,500 miles an hour. Let's go back to this video. Oh, what the hell? What is that?
EV2 sublimator is on in position 2. And now remove slack on equipment tethers.
What?
Okay, adjustable tether is here.
Whoa. This is 40.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят.
EV2 sublimator is on.
I don't know if y'all saw that. I just saw that.
Position 2.
I just saw that, like some stuff down here too. Keep your eyes open, y'all.
Still working on the sublimator. Slowly.
I can't even blink.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят.
EV2
Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see that? Between 3650, let me write that down. So there's 36 at 3620, 3620, and 3650. Bottom left corner of this video, you're going to see some anomalies. Right? Just some strange stuff just floating on by at 17,500 miles an hour. Let's get back to it.
Так.
In position 2. And now remove slack on equipment tethers.
Пол с подтягом здесь. Я сейчас.
Remove slack on equipment tethers.
Пол с подтягом здесь. Я сейчас.
Okay, adjustable tether is here.
All right, 3640. Let's watch this right here. You're going to see all kinds of mess.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят. Принято.
EV2 sublimator is on
Так,
in
растягиваем.
position
Так,
2.
подержите тогда, я рассказал, держу. Держу.
And now
3640. One more time.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят. Принято.
There it is. You see it right there. Right there at 36. You know what? Let me call it 3648, 3649, 48, 49, 3648/49 minutes into this video. Like you can see it right there. It's right there. It's right there. And it's 3650 exactly. You see these bubbles right there. Unreal. They're unreal. Family, make sure to like as you come in, make sure to like, share, sub, like, share, sub, like, share, sub. LSS. Now, where we're at, we're looking at video, we're kind of tearing it apart, and we went to between 3620. Let's go to 3620 and I'll show you. Look in this area. We're gonna look around here. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open. We're gonna look, all right? Watch. Try not to get distracted with the other stuff. There it is. You see that? So it was like around 3624-ish. So we'll go to 3618. Doing this the old school way. But watch, look at this right here. There it is. You saw it right here. It came down and it was around 3624. 3620, right. And then just keep watching. Just keep watching this portion, right? Like this whole section. Just keep watching it. Let
still
your eyes
working
just
on
relax.
the sublimator.
And here's the thing. Let your eyes just relax and keep your eyes peeled on that section of the ISS, right? The International Sales Station. So just keep your eyes, just let them rest, let them relax, and watch. Watch what happens. Watch.
Slowly.
Так, второй сублиматор включил, положение 2. Второй. Принят. Принято.
EV2
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? All that. Ay, ay, ay. See?
EV2
See all that? You just got this thing is like the international, damn floating cake. You just got crumbs falling off this thing. Crumbs, bubbles, just crust. Just a whole bunch of just stuff falling off of this thing. Unreal. Just totally unreal. Let's continue.
sublimator is on
Так,
in
растягиваем.
position
Так,
2.
подержите тогда, я рассказал, держу. Держу.
And now remove slack on equipment.
Okay, I thought I saw something at the top left.
Remove slack on equipment tethers.
Okay, 3702 can't apparently. Hi. Let's see. 3640. Let's go back to 3640. We're gonna see these crumbs down here at 3647-ish. You'll see.
Так, второй сублиматор
Watch.
включил, положение 2.
EV
Yeah. Well, you saw crumbs down here at 3647 into 3650.
2 sublimator is on.
Now I thought I saw something up
ESS
here.
position 2.
Подержите тогда, я держу.
And now
Yes, I did. So at 37 flat, and there's just all kinds of junk. 37 00. You see something in the top left. This is unreal, man. Well, it is unreal because they really ain't in no space. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. These guys are just outrageous. And I don't even use that word. This is the first time all year that I've used that word, outrageous. It's an outrage.
I'll remove slack on equipment tethers.
Пол с подтягом здесь. Я сейчас.
Okay, adjustable tether is here.
What the? What the hell? 3702. After I saw something up here at 37 flat, I already wrote it down.
Slack
Let's
on
look.
equipment.
There's some more stuff around here.
Я сейчас.
Don't blink, though.
Okay,
Do not blink.
adjustable tether is here.
You saw it right. You saw it again at 3710. You saw it again. Just all kinds of mess.
Что-то замотано. Здесь, что ли?
There is some wrapping here.
Так. Второй.
Now the second tether.
Второй вы подтяните просто к себе.
Just pull it towards yourself. Are you holding
Ну,
it?
может быть, наверх.
Yes, I am.
На поручень, который над ВЛом.
Maybe the one that's above the EV
Ну, вот прям
hatch.
маленький такой.
This is Mission Control Houston. Once again, a good look
На него
at
палку.
cosmonauts
There's another
Nikolai
one.
Chub at the top of your screen.
3749.
Just to his bottom is Oleg Kononenko, Chub wearing the suit with the blue stripes, Kononenko wearing the suit with the red stripes,
Вот сюда, говорит.
taking equipment out of the Poisk airlock that they will be using throughout the course of today's spacewalk. They also will be switching helmet cameras on shortly. Those helmet cameras to provide up close and personal views of the work they'll be conducting throughout the course of today's excursion. The first major activity will be to move over to the Naoka multi-purpose laboratory module to attempt to fully deploy the second panel, one of 4 such panels, on a
Activating the
miniature
video camera.
phased array synthetic aperture radar system that they installed on Naoka back in October during their last spacewalk together. One of those 4 panels hung up, could not be latched in place. They have new procedures designed to try to get that panel unfurled properly and latched in place so that this radar system can be.
Aircraft.
Хека у вас справа.
On the right?
Да.
Yes.
Лампа, эта кнопка.
You guys are seeing this, right? I really hope you guys are seeing this. I really hope you guys are seeing this because there's so many faults in this ISS or whatever it is they're on, right? First of all, here's my thoughts. Is that ISS there? Yes. Is it in space? No. All right. I think they might be using the pool bottom as a green screen. It must be some sort of green screen to where they've got some. And then this big shine thing right here, this big shiny thing, it might be the light above the pool. It might be the ceiling light in the pool house.
Спереди, да. Горит?
Well, it could be. It's just me
Да,
guessing.
загорелось зеленым.
Do you have a green light illuminated? Yes, it is now for me.
Да, я вижу.
Copy.
Да, есть.
And I have an image already. Copy.
На стрелу идем.
All right, then let's translate towards the Strela.
Николай, у тебя после
Nikolai, after you turned on the sublimator,
так что ты смотри там.
you have 13 degrees already. It's working very effectively. Remember to control your temperature. Yes, I'm fine so far. Thank you.
Просто низко уже.
It's a bit low, your temperature.
Ничего, я уже выставил его потеплее.
Okay, I got it on warmer now.
Well, what was that?
Пойдем потихоньку.
Okay, let's translate. Yes,
The two cosmonauts have taken.
thank you.
Let's see what that
It's a
is.
bit low,
Right
your
here.
temperature.
Ничего, я уже выставил его потеплее.
Okay,
supposed to be?
I got it on warmer now.
What's that supposed to be?
Пойдем потихоньку.
Okay, let's translate. Yes,
The two cosmonauts have taken a platform and several adapters out of the Poisk airlock that they will be attaching to various work sites on the Russian segment of the International Space Station, and will shortly make their way down to the Naoka module
What the hell
to
was
begin
that?
the first
What
major
was
task
that?
of today's excursion.
Oh, maybe it was
Again,
reflections.
That will be an attempt to fully straighten out and lock in place one of 4 panels on a synthetic aperture radar system.
Yo, ain't the sun supposed to be like mad hot to where it would just scorch them absolutely?
are you moving yet? No, I am feathering crew log bag on myself.
Карабин.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just
I
said
have the
that.
hook on the
So
swing
yeah,
arm
you read my
on the
mind.
ring.
Yeah, they're in the sunlight. They're in direct sunlight.
За свой короткий фал.
And also your short tether
Так, вот. Принято.
secured to it. Yes, copy.
Вспоминаю, почему я не хотел после прошлого раза его брать с собой.
Remind me why I didn't want to take it with me
Да нет, не надо.
after the last time.
Мне все равно с ним идти.
Now I have to walk with it.
Сейчас я перехожу на кольцо.
I am swapping my tether to the ring. Copy.
Так, и перехожу на ту сторону.
And translating to
Красота какая.
the
Как я соскучился.
other side.
В живым кратком? Ага. Так, нет, не так быстро.
I missed being out here.
Секундочку.
What was that? What was that?
Сейчас я перехожу на кольцо.
I am swapping my tether to the ring. Copy.
Так, и перехожу на ту сторону.
And translating to
Красота какая.
the
Как я соскучился.
other side.
В живым кратком? Ага.
What was that?
Так, нет, не так быстро.
I missed being out here.
Секундочку.
Okay. Yeah, because if it was sunlight, them dudes would have been scorched, right?
This way.
Sean G, what's going on, family? All right. As you guys come in, don't forget to like, don't forget to like, don't forget to sub, don't forget to sub, don't forget to share, don't forget to share. Let's tear this joker up. Sean G, what we're doing, since Mr. Jones presented to us this spacewalk from Afar TV, got a 5-hour Russian spacewalk on the ISS. What we're doing is we're kind of looking through it. In the beginning of this video, you see the ISS kind of appear before us with this starlit background, right? Wasn't there before, but then it just like appears. And as it appears to us, you can see the stars right through it. How, I have no idea. Well, we think it's all part of the CGI magic that these guys have going on. You know what I'm saying? These guys are just tripping. Oh man. How could you have this thing floating in so carelessly like that? But if you hit your head and knocked out, punctured your suit, exactly. You're just chilling out there. They're just out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Not a care in the world, just out there letting stuff fly all over the place. You got 30, 36, 20, 36, 50, 37 minutes and 10 seconds, 37 minutes and 48 seconds. You just got all kinds of debris flying everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not a care in the world with these guys. Take a look. What the hell was that? There's some more stuff flying all over the place.
Так,
42 minutes. Let's look right here. Keep your eyes right there. Don't get distracted. See that? What the hell is that? What is that? More stuff. You see that? Oh, these guys, unreal.
Так, цепляешь? Да.
Are you?
One day I'm waiting for them to bust the pipe and nothing but bubbles just come flying up to the surface. I'm waiting for them to just bust the pipe and come up with some nonsense as to why bubbles are coming up in space.
Securing here? Yes.
Переменный.
Now adjustable tether.
Okay, maybe that thing that I saw earlier was just light. So there they go. Sure. Let's see where they're at in their quote-unquote spacewalk. So we fast forwarded a few minutes into the future of their spacewalk. Yeah, the tool and actually let it go. Yeah, float away. Exactly. Well, their tools are probably tethered as well. These guys. Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this thing is out there floating around. There's so much shit exposed. So many moving parts. Nothing is properly covered and sealed. Nope. There is no airborne or aerial object out
You can
there
see at the
looking
top
like
of your
this.
screen that boom-like device that is moving
This?
back and forth. That is the Strela boom. Strela is the Russian word for arrow.
Oh,
That is a telescoping boom that spacewalkers use outside of the Russian segment to move themselves and equipment around from one module to another on the Russian segment.
boy. Yeah. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. Nope. Nope, I ain't buying it, y'all. Sorry. See what these gremlins, see what these gremlins are up to.
Ну-ка.
Can you see people waving to you?
Сейчас я немножко отойду тогда. Удобно.
Maybe if I stand back a bit.
Boom, right on top of his head. Boom. Hold on.
And a good view right now of the two Roscosmos cosmonauts. Kononenko on your left.
Yo, all right. This is what I think. This is what I think. If you look at that, especially this last clip right here, take just imagine we're looking at this thing from like a top down view, right? Say we could just put a big giant pane of glass over a swimming pool and we're just looking down at it, right? Now look at these guys right here, especially right here, 5332, 53, we'll go to 5314 and let's just watch.
Okay.
Let's just watch.
More and more and more. Yes. Okay, basically you are through.
Okay. Now you he moved it, it hits this
Maybe
dude in the
if
top of
I
his dome.
stand back a bit.
Boom, boom. Yeah, so if you're looking at this thing from a top-down view, like you've got
A good view right now of the two
these guys.
Roscosmos
Just wants to come
cosmonauts.
down.
Kononenko on your left, Chub on the right, as they begin work to fully unfold the fourth in a series of 4 panels on this synthetic radar system. One of the 4 panels did not deploy properly. That's the prime objective of today's spacewalk, is to do just that, so that the radar system can begin operating.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Very
a
good
synthetic
point. Actually, that's something that we totally overlooked too, Shannon, Mr. Jones, is no delay in communications. She tells them what to do and then they do it just like that. They do it just like that. And I can tell you, there was a very, very slight delay in communications when we were doing it and we were on dive side. I'd be in the water, like, and this was a hard connection, right? From my umbilical, like probably 45 feet away, is the terminal box, right? The radio terminal box for them to be able to talk. And yeah, exactly. Thank you, Shannon. Awesome point. That is a very good point. And going from my umbilical to the terminal box, I would speak, and it would be a slight delay, very, very slight, right? Or they would speak to me, and it would be a slight delay, right? And this is a hard connection. This is a hard link. So over here, no delays, none, zero, right? And it's not like I was diving back in 1960, right? This is back in the dang early 2000s. Very good point, Mr. Jones.
Temperature radar system used to make multi-dimensional images of geographical landscapes.
The handrail properly.
And is planned as a tool to aid in the management of natural resources, environmental control, and emergency monitoring of conditions on Earth.
4148. And you can reach, yes, but it's not convenient. On your way back, or maybe even now take a video of this.
Он сейчас стоит так, как он должен
Right
стоять.
now,
4109
4109 is here, and 4128 is on the bottom. So this is how it should be.
Просто, перпендикулярно модулю стоит.
It's perpendicular to the module, and I did it quite straight.
Понял. Вот так переставили, потому что
Do you copy?
удобнее другим членам экипажа.
We
Guys,
understand.
do you see that? Do you see this thing? That thing right there, that red thing right there. I want you to take a good look at it. What is this, 5634? So at around 56, keep an eye on it from, I'm going to go back to 5620-ish, right? And keep an eye on this thing. This area, keep an eye on it, all right?
I did it quite straight.
Понял. Вот так переставили, потому что
Do you copy?
удобнее другим членам экипажа.
Let me go back.
We
Просто
understand. It was just
So,
4128 is on
guys,
the bottom.
I want you to keep an eye on this area right here. Right here. I want you to keep an eye on that. And it's something that I noticed. Just watch. Okay?
So this is how it should be.
Look at this thing.
Просто,
Look at this
перпендикулярно
thing.
модулю стоит.
It's
This thing right
perpendicular
here.
to the module, and I
Look at
did it
that.
quite straight.
Понял. Вот так переставили, потому что
Do you copy?
удобнее другим членам экипажа.
We
Просто
understand. It
See
was
that?
just convenient for other crew members
нормально.
to have the previous configuration of gap
It's falling.
spanners.
Там мы только не ходили на MLM.
Whatever this thing is, it's falling. It's like turning downwards. The whole thing just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any physics is sense. That's not even a word, but it doesn't jive. You know what I'm saying? And if this whole place was a vacuum like they say it is, and it's 0G, what the hell is that thing doing? Water is the closest thing we can experience as far as 0G is concerned. It's like the closest thing. Water.
Configurations of handrails and gap spanners.
И туда не ходили, и сюда не ходили. Ну, напомни, чтоб я снял.
But not here.
Да, напомни.
Remind me to uninstall it when I go back. All right.
This thing beat on fail. It just started going down. This thing right here. It was normal and now it's just going down. Because it's not neutrally buoyant.
Everything in place
It's
here.
not. So it's going down naturally. The water can't hold its weight up. It's going down. Yep.
Так, пробы. Где мы берем? 41.
Station Moscow, Station Ground 1 for Alexander.
41.
And where do we take the swabs?
Это ФП-11.
See that? You guys see this? Did you guys see that?
Can you
You
work
guys see
on
this
the
thing?
hatch cover now?
Did you guys see that? Oh my God. Look, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did you see that? Let me rewind it a little bit. 5820, let's go to 5802. 5802, Keep your eyes open
And
right here.
where do we take this walk?
Right here. Watch.
ФП-11.
Look at that.
Yes,
Look at this.
Alexander.
5809. Look at that. You see that? You see this? Oh, 58. 58 flat. We'll just call it 58 flat, probably because there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we're just missing. But that's a good one. That right there is a good one, y'all. Let's take it to 5802 one more time. Let's look at it one more time. Did y'all see that though? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to it. See it?
Yes,
Look at that.
Alexander.
Y'all see that? And then it's going
Can
to
you work
continue.
on the hatch cover now? Not now, unfortunately. I have the treadmill to do.
32 minutes into today's spacewalk, Oleg Kononenko and Nikolai Chub now at the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module. They are working in the vicinity of the era that you see imprinted on that robotic arm. That's the European robotic arm that was attached to Naoka and activated to provide robotic capability for the Russian segment of the International Space Station. That is not in play in today's spacewalk. What is in play is the effort by Kononenko on the bottom and Chub at the top of your screen to fully deploy the fourth in a series of 4 panels for a synthetic radar aperture system that hung up during its initial installation back in October.
I think the tether will be long enough here.
All right. And is that supposed to be? Oh, that's the Earth, right? Nice and concave. Look at that. Oh, it's flat. And then it's curved. And then it's concave. Look at that. Look at the Earth. You guys see it?
So,
Look at
Oleg,
how flat
could you
it
help
is.
me with the tether?
Hey.
Of course.
Now, oh, look at how round
You want
it
me
is
to hold it?
now. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing how flat and round the Earth seems to become as that camera shifts around. An hour into this video, Earth. Unreal. Unreal. Let's go back to that 5908.
Aperture system that hung up during its initial installation back in October.
I think the tether will be long enough here.
Look at the Earth. Look at the Earth. That's supposed to be the Earth. Flat. Concave. Flat.
Yes,
Look at it
111.
now. Lord knows what it is now. Flat,
So,
concave,
Oleg, could you
concave,
help me with the
concave.
tether? Of course.
Curved like a
You want me to hold it?
motherfucker.
Latch is closed. Copy. Speaking simultaneously. So I'm attached to 2 hooks. So now you can remove the box. Removing. The short one has been removed. Let's walk and see how our mini RSA is doing. Where you see the dark spot, so do not open the FT valves. You'll see them right in the middle.
Look at the Earth, nice and round, and then watch.
Где 4111?
Yes,
Look at
I
it
can
start
see
to
it where there is
change.
4111.
Round
That
as
is
hell.
correct.
All right.
Около фиксирующей платы.
So next to the fixed plate,
В районе поручня 4111
and take the samples not from the handle itself, but based on the foundation, on the
Wow,
base
look
of
at
the.
that. Nice and
of the-
round and everything, right?
I see 4142. That's what's written. 4142 in the vicinity of BTP. That's the name of the zone. So, and it was called a handle, but it's not a hand rail. So it's next to the valve.
Коль, ты пока находишься
Коля,
замков, скажи, они в закрытом положении?
can you tell me if they are closed while you're in the vicinity? I'm just checking that right now.
Так, вот этот вот.
Unreal.
Let me.
Look at everything is rounded over here. So you'd have globe people come in talking about, no, you saw the earth was rounded. Everything's rounded. Chubb's helmet or Chube's helmet, everything is rounded over here. This is a GoPro he's wearing. Everything's rounded. So he could be on the ground. Stuff would be rounded.
Rotated visually. The
So
left
this fake
latch
earth
is
background.
closed, but possibly not to the very end because there is a screw. It's in the middle. Should it be flush? Yes, to the full stop, and you need to turn the paddle. Did, and I think it worked.
Если от срабатывания
If
педали ничего не происходит,
you depress the pedal and nothing works, then you can use a screwdriver and you can rotate the installation screw. Well, it went to the right to the full stop.
This is unreal. Look at how round the earth is. Let's keep watching it.
The view is unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. I bet it's unbelievable.
Beautiful, Nikolai. So I've loaded mechanically to the full stop. Can you see it via the telemetry? We copy. So the mechanical handrail has been lowered. Let us confirm with the telemetry what we see. All right, we'll continue. Pressing on. Latch should be fully closed. That's the type 1 latch. Copy.
Принято, спасибо.
We copy. Thank you.
Что он тут завел?
It seems to be stuck.
More bubbles. Nice. Look at that. You see that? Right there. What is this? What's this? That thing floating right there. What is that? It's going up.
Once
and up,
again.
And up. You see it? Did y'all see that? It's like from an hour. Let's go to 103. Did you guys see that? You managed to see that? Go check that out again. Watch.
It seems to be stuck.
Watch right here. See that? It is. See
Once
that?
again.
Because that's what bubbles do. Bubbles go up. They rise to the surface. They don't just hang out. Unless they're lead bubbles, but
it seems to be stuck.
Let's watch it again. Look at that. Oh. Whatever it is. Look at this. Moving at 17,500 miles an hour.
once again.
See that?
You said 41, 43, 41, 44. Oleg, you need to go from the other side. I will try. They're both with adapters, speaking simultaneously. So use the platform with adapters.
All right, family. Let's get back to our discussion. Okay, so it's a little bit long in the tooth for tonight, but here's what I'm going to do. All right, from Ruta to the tutor, and I'm going to give you the times that I have. I'm going to give you the times that I have in the comment section, right? And then that way you can kind of fast jump to them and see what it is that I see. You can see the anomalies as they come up time-wise, right? And if I put a time, that's because there is an anomaly in there for you to look at. And you need to let your eyes sit there, be lazy, and let the background come and give to you what it's supposed to give you. So, we spent quite a little bit of time watching this video. I thought it was, listen, when I get down and I watch these things, like I'm like, holy smoke, there's some stuff in here. So I'm going to put this video in the comment section, not the description box, but the comment section. Okay. I'm going to put it in the comment section. I'm going to put But Rumble and YouTube family, we're going to call it quits for tonight. Okay. I really appreciate you guys for coming in and sharing this moment with me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, right? And share and subscribe. Don't forget. Really appreciate you guys coming in and enjoying this moment with me. Like I said, this is a good video. This is a very good, it can be a training / learning video as well. There was a lot. The last thing that we saw was an hour and 3 minutes in. We saw that thing coming out, that little poop, right? It was an amazing video. It was an amazing time with you guys tonight. So the last thing we saw was an hour and 3 minutes in. So this is what I got. I got 36 minutes and 20 seconds, something. 36 minutes, 36 minutes, 48 seconds. I got something else. 37 minutes. 37 minutes and 10 seconds. 57 minutes and 48 seconds. 56 minutes, from 56 minutes on. 58 minutes flat, I got some stuff. 59 minutes, that's when you start seeing the earth concave and bow out, do all this stuff. An hour and 3 minutes in is when you saw that last bubble / star thing, whatever it was, just come out and do whatever it did. I don't know. Anyway, family, that's all I got for tonight. I'm going to tear this video up. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyhow, family, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Thank you for joining me tonight. Many, many more to follow. I'm going to tear this thing up. Like I said, I'm going to leave in the description, rather the comment section, excuse me, and then we'll proceed forward from there. And wisdom, family. Get your wisdom on. And with that, Rumble and YouTube family, I love you. I'm out. Adios. Peace.